What's up, people of the world? It's your girl, Lala.
And your boy, Siobhan.
And you are listening to
Talk That Shit.
with the Melvin.
Hey.
Woo, 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 woo.
Hey. What's up?
What up, dog?
How you feeling?
I'm good.
Yeah?
Great.
You counting down the days to
I
be out
am. I
this way?
cannot wait to leave.
You
Oh
sure
my
about
God.
this?
Yes, I cannot
counting
wait
it?
to get out
We
of the
have
city.
been picking out all our favorite places in Vegas. We've been eating a lot of...
I mean, we have not been like pigging out.
Now, I mean, we've been hitting all our restaurants that we love to eat in Vegas because we don't know what is on the other side of the globe as far as...
Well, not the other side of the globe, just the country. The other side of the globe is like...
I know, but the earth is flat. No, I'm just joking.
I was like, don't start that shit.
No, but we've been definitely hitting up
Our favorite
spots.
to eat and stuff.
We hit up Hot and Juicy. We hit up Boiling Crab, which we think is way better than Hot and Juicy.
I feel like everywhere has boiling crab though. I feel like I don't know.
I don't know,
for
man.
sure,
I
but
feel like I don't feel that way.
I mean, it is what it is.
I feel like every city has a New Orleans type of
A
crab.
wannabe.
Yeah, crab
Yeah.
boil. You know what I mean? Like that urban, what is it? The urban crawfish we went to, and that shit was garbage.
How are they still in business?
I don't know. It's the cheaper route. Like
Is that what it is?
yeah, it was cheap, way cheaper than Hot and Juicy and Boiling Crab.
Yeah, that shit was garbage.
We hit up the Viva. What is it? The Vistos, this Mexican spot that we love.
Viva Zapatas.
Oh my god! And we found that late, like this year, late, right before the city got closed. That we found it and we ate there, and it was amazing. Best shrimp tacos in Vegas.
Yeah, they're bomb. I mean, we still have a few places to hit, so.
What's on your mind?
Huh?
What's on your mind?
Nothing.
You sure?
Uh-huh.
I can see it on your face.
You don't see anything.
I'm looking at you in the monitor right now.
You see a glare on my glasses. That's
No,
what you
I
see.
see you
My
going like this.
glasses.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And we
So, yeah, we got, well, how many days?
shit,
7, 8, 9, 10.
14,
12, 13, yeah, like 14 days.
14 days, and we out this piece. Psych.
Did you really just lick your lips in the middle of
Yeah,
that?
because I saw how crusty they was.
So I put Carmex on before we got on.
So what we talking about today?
I think this is probably
The best
one of the
time.
more controversial topics just in society as a whole.
Oh shit.
Is it okay to cut off family?
Bruh.
What is that? What is that? Wipe your lips.
I'm cutting that out. Bruh. That's what I feel like it's doing right now.
What is? Can you not? What is that?
Oh, but when you go,
But I'm not. I don't keep doing it over and over.
Yes, you do.
Lies.
Okay, go ahead.
That's the topic. Is it okay to cut off family? You start, because I always start.
No,
first.
I started the last two ones. Even the one we didn't, we said was trash. I started the last one.
I want you to start. What do you think about that? Do you cut family off? Yes, no.
Man, I cut family off in a heartbeat because family can be your downfall for a lot of things. Family, you know, and just people just have that that mind frame that, oh, we family will never do you wrong. But it's like when you have that mind frame, you're always done wrong by family. They always think that they're able to do certain stuff to you. They always think that they can talk to you a certain type of way. They always think that you're supposed to forgive them for the shit that they do. So to me, I think that the best way to cut family off and be like, you stay over there. I don't have to deal with you. We family. I love you to death. But guess what? I don't have to like you. You know what I mean? I've always said that about certain family members that I probably didn't get along with or even like as much. I said, I love you, but I just don't like you, and I don't have to be around you. And you know, the problem is that the fact that because they're family, they just think that they're supposed to have a type of entitlement about certain stuff, or they can say certain things to you, and it's like, I don't get what the fuck. No, you know what I mean? Like, you did that, okay, you did that, but my best friend would have never done that. And what makes it even worse is that you are my family. I've known you since I was born, or since you've been born. Let me take that weapon out of there real quick.
I'm like, why is that on the table, bro?
You know what I mean? So your aspect of it is going to be totally different than mine's just because you, yeah, whew, what lies in your head should be a movie on Lifetime, maybe the big screen.
Lifetime can't handle my brain.
Yeah. So I mean, like,
So is anybody exempt from being cut off?
no, hell no, because no, because I think from point A to point Z, any one of them could do you the wrong. You know what I mean? Like, people kill their kids, you know, and it's like, I'm supposed to trust you, but you killed me. I'm in heaven telling myself, my mom just killed me. It's like, for what?
I think that was a bad example.
That was a very bad example, but I'm just what I'm trying to say is you can't trust anybody. You rubbed my leg with your leg underneath the table, and it was warm. What I'm trying to say is you cannot trust anybody. I don't care if it's your brother, your sister, your mommy, your papi, or whatever. You cannot trust them because they always going to have their own agenda on what they want to do.
Right. So, I agree.
Mm-hmm. How much time we got? I'm just making sure because yours is going to be...
I agree because, first of all, I've heard people say things like, your family is going to be the ones that hurt you the most, or your families are the ones that are supposed to hurt you because they care about you. Just like stupid bullshit like that. Like, what do you mean? My family should be the only people that I'm able to run to and not have to ever worry about if they hurt me or not. Whether it's a mental thing or a physical thing or an emotional thing. Like, why, as my family, is it okay for you to hurt me or for you to do things, but it is not okay for a stranger or for somebody that I call a friend? It's not okay for them to do it. Like, I'm supposed to forgive you. And religiously, yes, we are supposed to forgive, right? Right.
Forgive but not forget.
Okay, but we're still supposed to forgive you. But why does that... I feel like people take that idea or that way of living and they take advantage of it. So, like, I know she's gonna forgive me. That's my sister. I may have said this or I may have said that, and I may have pissed her off, or I may have treated her this way for X amount of years, but because that's my sister, I know we'll get back to it.
Hands down, yes.
But then it's like, when I cut your ass off completely, now I'm being looked at as, well, why'd you do that? So I'm just supposed to let people keep doing shit to me.
No.
I'm supposed to keep letting people treat me any old type of way. Here's my thing. My motto is this, okay? Family ain't nothing but strangers with the same blood. And that's real shit. Because at the end of the day, we're still people. And regardless of... if we were family, right? And we acted as so, there would never be a reason for me to feel that way. I would never question your motives behind doing things that you do.
If you're my family.
Right.
Yes, I get
Like,
you.
there's no reason why I say, oh, okay, well, my sister said, and I'm just using examples. I'm not specifically speaking on my family. But if I said, my sister came to me and she asked me if she can borrow $200. And I'm like, for sure. And then 2 weeks later, after you done came to me and borrowed money, you sitting up and you talking shit about something else that I have going on in my life or whatever. But it's like, what's the purpose? You do that, and then you constantly do it over and over and over, and I forgive you over and over and over because you're my family, right? And we just move past it every single time. And then the final time, I'm like, nah, like this ain't it. Like, you supposed to be my sister, bro. Like, what the fuck is the problem? Why do you think that it's okay to do the shit that you do and then expect me to be okay with the shit that you do?
I think it's a what is it, a not a cop out. I don't know if I have the right word, but I think it's more of a trying to fit in type of thing. Like when you have family members, right? And you and this other family member are somewhat close. Like you guys borrow money from each other, right? But there's another family member that doesn't really mess with you. But to prevent me from having that problem with that other family member, I'm going to sit there because you're not there. I'm going to sit there and
Oh,
talk.
so you mean like I'm going to agree with everything that this person is saying because I don't have that same issue. It's like trying to be neutral, but you're not being neutral. You're on that other person's side.
Yes, it's like you're trying to be down. Like, oh, that's I do that too. And it's like, no, you don't. You know what I mean? It's like, and you only feeling that way because you want to stay neutral around the board because you don't know if you're going to have to get something from this person. So it's like that person might have a problem with you.
So you going to act the same way as them because you don't.
Exact.
Right.
I see it all the time. It's like you don't even feel that way towards that. You don't even like that person. So why are you even entertaining that person? But
Right.
it's always having that guard up of you never know I might need them. You know what I mean? Or they think that we're cool.
Like, I just don't understand. At what point do you be like, he or she's gonna get tired of this shit? Like, I can't keep treating people, my family. I can't keep treating my family like this.
They don't think like that because that key word is always family. We all, we fight, we do this, we do that. But guess what? At the end of the day, we family. And it's like, no.
And it's funny because I used to be that person. Like, I don't care how much me and my family argue or we don't get along. If my sisters need me, I'm going to ride for my sisters. But as of more recently, I don't feel that way. Like, in my eyes, you're fucked if you fuck yourself.
I get that, but because you are from a big family. You know what I mean? And
I mean, even being from a small family, there's people that feel that way.
No. We're talking about specifically about you. You know what I mean? By you being from a big family and you seen the good. I'm talking about your family as a whole, not just your immediate family. I'm saying like you've seen the good for quite some time on what could actually happen when you have positive things happen in your family.
I don't know about that. I don't know that I've ever seen real positivity in my family. What?
Yo, you a stone cold piece.
I mean, what? It's the
I'm
truth.
saying, far as like when I got into your family and
it was a facade. You saw what you wanted to see. That shit wasn't real.
Saw that everybody was getting along and everybody was having a good time.
What you saw was we were at a family function and there was alcohol involved and everybody was too drunk to hate each other at the moment.
I get that.
That's what you saw every single time.
I definitely get that. But there was still like some aspect in there like, damn, I don't have that a part of my family. Like, damn, my family don't do that.
Yeah, and then I also elaborated more than once, like,
that shit ain't real.
Don't take a hold of this. Like, don't do that. You're gonna be disappointed in the end.
I feel that. I definitely feel that. But I just think that people have their own agendas as far as like who they want to do stuff to or talk about, or it's like kind of like if me and you brothers and sisters, right? And I know I don't like you, but I deal with you because you are my sister. And I'll do everything for you. But I'm going to go over there and talk to the cousin and be like, yo, she always always need money.
I've experienced that as well.
It's like, she always wants some money and everything, but she my sister. My mom and my dad told me that I got to take care of my sister.
And my thing is this, right?
Mm-hmm.
If we going to be family, let's be family.
Mm-hmm.
If you need help one time, I will help you. If I need help one time, I've been helped. Okay, there's been both instances. The difference between those instances was I never went back and talked about that person that needed help.
Yeah,
you feel what I'm saying?
But you gotta think people wear that that badge of honor to help somebody.
It's not my thing is this though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you so proud of yourself for helping somebody? Do you get what why does that fuel that like that ego, like your ego? Why does that make you feel like, oh yeah, I gave her $200, so like what does that do
that's
for
gonna be
you?
that's gonna be the thumbnail. Come on, let's do it. No, because it's the feeling of what's the word I'm looking for? It's the feeling of you help somebody. You did something that somebody needed you in a. I'll give you a perfect example, right? I used to work with a friend of mine. I'm not gonna say his name. You know, he probably listened to the podcast right now.
Even if he did, you should still say his name.
I had a friend named we had a friend named Derek, right? And Derek, we had a master Yoda who pretty much he knew everything in the business, and his name was Frank. And Frank, you would call Frank for anything, like, hey, how do you change the lightning bolt in this? And he'd be like, oh, that's easy, blah, 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 blah. So we always got wisdom from him. But this one particular time, Frank called Derek, and Derek called me and was like, yo, Frank called me and I felt so amazing. And I was like, why do you feel amazing? He was like, because our master Yoda needed our help. And I just, I just felt good. And I was like, why should you feel good about that? That's not nothing to be feeling good. It's natural. Like, everybody's not going to know everything, but for you to be so damn happy because somebody called you to get help on something that they forgot about.
It's just like weird that people are that excited.
What the fuck?
Let me clarify.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel good when I help somebody, right? Whether it's giving a homeless person some money or
okay, go ahead.
Or if I do, like, say one of my siblings needs my help for whatever, a ride, money, babysit, whatever, right? If they really need me or whatever, and I do that, I feel happy to help.
Yes, but you're not.
I don't feel proud about helping. Does that make sense?
Yes, because it makes perfect sense because you feel good for that you're in a position to help certain ways, but you don't. But you're not on the pride.
It's not something about boast.
Yes,
I'm not gonna go
because you're like, damn. You know what? I'm glad I'm in the situation that I'm in right now too, so I can help this certain stuff. But I'm not gonna go out there and be like, girl, let me tell you, I just helped such and such, and it's like, no,
exactly.
it's like you putting a badge of honor on you for just your own personal things.
Like,
you know,
why are you patting your own back? You should be more than happy to help somebody, but there should not be pride behind it. Like, oh yeah, I did that. Okay, bitch, so what?
You know, it's because it's like family members have called me and be like, hey, how do you do this or how do you do this? And I'd be like, okay, this is how you do it. I don't have no problem with that. Blah 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 blah. But I don't feel like I just help my family. I'm like, oh. You know, I don't look at it.
It just is what it is.
Yeah, it's like
it's not something.
I know this. They called me. They know I know this, so I'm gonna explain it to them. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I feel as though I even take that to how I live my everyday life. You know what I mean? Just being able to help somebody doesn't make me a better person. It just knows that I'm able to pass on that information or that wisdom to somebody that doesn't know. You know what I mean? I feel better about
unless.
Oh, go ahead.
And I feel very strongly about this, okay? And I don't give a fuck who feel that way about it. If you do not take the time out to do and or learn for yourself first,
yes.
I have an issue with that.
I get it.
Family, friend, whoever. Mostly family. I have an issue with that because at this point you are now taking advantage of the things that I know.
Elaborate, please.
Okay. So let's just use, we use us as an example. There's no reason to going around it. Like, there are certain things that you are very knowledgeable about.
Yes.
Very knowledgeable. And there's a lot of the shit that you know, a lot of people don't, right?
Yeah.
There have been plenty of times that my certain family members have, first thing they do is, well, what kind of what kind of this are you guys using? Or,
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
What? How did you guys? And it's like, bitch, go on Google.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
They want to skip that process.
and it's like you know that I know about this stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not one time that you did it, 2 times that you did it, 3 times. It's like every single time you need to know something, instead of trying to learn for yourself, you just automatically jump on the phone. Hey, well, what about this? And that shit pisses me off. 'Cause now,
okay, go ahead. So
it's you taking advantage of the fact that we're family, and you know that I'm gonna give you that knowledge or that information.
okay, so what's the difference between me doing my homework, right? And I still want to find out why.
You tried.
Okay.
You tried. You just didn't depend on somebody to do it for you. You tried. Hey, I went on Google and I was trying to figure out how to do this, and it said to do this, so I tried that. It didn't work. Then I went to something else and it said to do this. That didn't work. Do you know any other way that I could do it? I'm more than happy to help. I'm more than happy to help, because at that point I know that you're not just looking to me to do it for you. You've already exhausted every resource possible
Before
you just jumped to me and said, "Hey, well, what are you guys doing?" Well, damn, like,
is that based on the person?
I don't know. Who cares? I'm just saying.
No, because I'm just saying, like, if you know somebody doesn't know something and they just automatically be like, I didn't look it up, but can you please explain this to me? And you know they're like ditzy, or they don't really.
No.
That still doesn't matter to you?
No. No.
Okay.
Because at what point do you grow the fuck up and try to do shit for yourself? At what point do you stop depending on other people to do stuff for you?
Some people never.
I know.
Some people
But that's
never.
what I'm saying. And it's a lot of the time it be your family. And they only do it because you're family. So
You know what bothers me about certain stuff about family? And it's like only it's not your family, but it's only your family that do this. When they ask you to do something and you tell them I can't do that, and they get mad at you because you can't do it. Like, I'm supposed to drop everything I'm supposed to be doing to help you because you my family.
right.
But if I'm with you and we doing something and my friend that's my family that does everything for me calls me and I drop what we're doing with you for them, you catch an attitude with me.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's what.
But that's that
Bother
whole entitlement thing. Oh, we're family, we should. Or, oh, we're family, you're supposed to. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Whoever put that idea in people's minds that because we're family, we're supposed to do, you got the game all the way fucked up.
You think it's the Bible that did that?
No,
No.
no,
You sure?
no. I think that's some shit society came up
You
with.
think so?
Yeah. Where does it say that in the Bible?
I don't
know
asking you,
either.
You know what I mean?
I don't know either.
It to me, it just always seems like the Bible scriptures come flying out people's mouths when we start
Listen.
talking about family.
Listen, okay?
I'm gonna go over
I
here.
am not anti-religion,
Yes.
but I also am not so religious to the point where I throw Bible scriptures at people, unless they try to throw them at me, because I do know a few of them. Okay. I'm like in between. There are things that I agree with, and then there's things that I don't agree with. Does that mean I'm judging anybody for what it is? No, absolutely not. But I also am not the person that's going to throw out Bible scriptures and then do the total opposite.
You know what's crazy to me? I think the problem with family on how they are is because they believe in certain traditions and certain things from the Bible.
You know what I think it is? They conjured up some shit to make them right all the time. So that way, while you're growing up, they're planting these seeds in your head. And they don't ever think that once you're an adult that you're going to be like,
You did that.
doesn't make sense. And then you grow up and you say, but why?
Why'd you do that?
But why? But why? Like, honor thy mother and thy father. 100%, you know? Great. Respect them, love them. Great. But you also need to respect me. Regardless of how you feel. I may be your child, but if I'm a grown-ass woman or a grown-ass man, you also need to have some respect for me.
But there's a difference between when you're using your family to what's the word I'm looking for? You're actually using your family for help. So it's kind of like you don't have a say so in anything.
But even if you are helping me, your help should be from a place of love. It shouldn't be from a place of I'm only helping because you need me.
But some people, a lot of people are marking tallies on what they have done for you.
Trust me, I know this.
You know
but that's what I was saying in the beginning. There's been times where we've needed help and times where we've helped people, other family members. The only difference was we weren't sitting up talking about that family member to another family member like there was something wrong with everybody helping everybody.
Yeah, like it's like you supposed to be.
That's
you supposed to be, but it should come from your heart. Like, oh, let me
because we're sisters, or because you're my parents, or because you're my brother. I'm supposed to I want to help you. Because I love you, not because I'm supposed to because of a word. But because I love you and I don't want to see you doing bad, or because I don't want you going through certain things, that's why I'm going to help you. Not because we're family, because if you were just a friend, I would do the same because I love you. You know what I mean? And I think people in families, they got the idea of family and love. They have those two ideas mixed up.
Family and love?
Yeah. They think family means it just groups everything together. But it doesn't. Because I don't have to fucking like you. And we not really family because I don't know where your next move is. I don't know what your next move is. I don't know what your next move is. I know if you genuinely love me the way I love you, we gonna move the same.
You think that?
Yeah.
Oh, you talking about to each other?
Yeah, just people as a whole.
Okay,
If I love you and you love me,
it's gonna be
our moves we gonna move the same. We rocking the same way. But there's people that be like, "Oh, I love you because you're my sister. We're family." But my love is totally different than yours. Your love is based off of a word. My love is based off my heart.
Yeah, because it's kind of like it's kind of like your family member checking up on you and saying, "Hey, what you doing?"
Right.
And you like, "Nothing. I got a cough. Like I've been just down in the weather or something." And then 2 hours later, you got a knock at the door and they're bringing you cough medicine. Like, girl, I was at, you know what I mean? I was at the store and you tell me you was at the I believe that that's more.
But here's what's crazy, because I've experienced that as well.
Why are you smiling like that? I don't like when you do those devious smiles.
I think about these things and this shit blows my mind that people are really like this. Like, you call because you heard I was sick or because one of the kids was sick and you're like, oh, okay, well, do you guys need anything? I'll bring it. Great. You bring it, but then I also hear that you're saying this, that, and the other about, like, what is the thought process behind let me help but talk shit at the same time? What is that?
That's why I said it goes back to you trying to not stay neutral, but you trying to fit in with everybody.
But why try to fit? What are you trying to fit in with if we're supposed to be family, right? And we're supposed to love each other unconditionally. What are you trying to fit into? If she don't like me, you say, that's crazy, and you keep it pushing. I've had people literally sit up and talk shit about other people to me, and I'll be like, dang.
You know what I mean? Like, that's not
crazy.
But
and I'm sitting, you could tell I don't want to talk, bro. Like, I don't have shit to say. I don't have anything bad to say about them.
But it takes a strong person to have that type of mentality of just always being like,
I don't think you got to be that strong to know wrong is wrong and right is right.
No. I'm not saying wrong is wrong and right is right. It takes a strong type of person to be able to be like, that's your problem. That's not my problem. It's kind of like having like best friends, right? And they be like, I don't like that chick, so that means you don't like that chick. And it's like, I don't care about that chick, but you my girl. But if she does anything to you, then we have a problem. You know what I mean? They feel as though if we got a problem, me and my squad got a problem with you too.
But how do you say that's family? That's what a family is. That's not what a family is supposed to be.
It's not. And
so my question now leads to, at what point do you cut them off?
Oh, when it's bad for my mental health.
Facts.
When it's bad for my mental health, when I can't really have when I gotta decipher what I gotta say to you because I don't know how it's gonna end up or how you're
how
gonna
it's gonna, who it's gonna end
get
up.
to.
Yeah.
Then that's the point of me saying certain stuff to you, or not even deal with you, like not even like text you or call you or even check up on you, because guess what? I know that you don't have my best interest in heart.
Right.
You know what I mean? If I vent to you about something that's on my mind at that time,
Why
and
are
then
you running back and telling mom and
yeah,
then this
you
this
know,
sibling and this sibling and then grandma and then
yeah,
auntie?
and then 3 months later, I hear what I vented to you about a couple months ago because of what I was going through. It's like I believe that family should have secrets amongst each other.
I don't.
Let me say what I mean is, like, if I tell you something, right, and I'm like, don't tell nobody, even though it's a secret, I still expect you to hold that.
Even though it's not a secret.
I mean, even though it's a what I mean is, like, if I tell you a bit of information, right, I tell you about myself or what I'm going through, like, hey, I lost my job, don't tell nobody. I expect you to keep that a secret because that's something that I talk to you about. I don't expect you to go.
But see, here's my thing, right? I totally understand what you're saying, and I agree if I ask you to keep. But at the same time, if it's a secret, it should be kept between you, yourself, and you.
Let me finish.
Because people run their mouths.
But I'm just saying, don't make it seem like I'm doing worse than what I actually am.
I mean, everybody put 10s on 2s. You even do that. It may not be about somebody's life, but I think everybody's a little dramatic. You have to clarify after the dramatics. Like, I didn't mean it like that. I'm just saying that this is what she said to me. And then people are also still going to take things how they want to take them.
Mm-hmm. Because
you know what I'm saying? So,
everybody forms their own opinion.
Yeah, like if I say,
mm-hmm.
if I say to, like, we're going to use my family as an example because it's the best example I got.
Mm-hmm.
There was a situation where I told my dad to just leave it be.
Mm-hmm.
Leave it be, let it be what it is. I have my own personal issues that I needed to deal with and fix on my own that my siblings couldn't fix for me. Because we don't all have the best relationship. So I told him that and instead of him leaving it at that, he decided he wanted to talk to one of my sisters about it. From there, we had a conversation, my sister and I, and she took what I said and twisted it and ran with it. Mm-hmm. From there, it was told to my mom some kind of way. I had to explain to her what was actually said, but I had to explain to her, like, think about the things that you're saying to me right now. Mm-hmm. What is my purpose behind lying about what I said? Has anybody ever known me to lie about the things that I say? Mm-hmm. And she was like, no. Okay. So we're sitting here having this conversation and you're telling me what this other person said and this other person said, but you're still questioning what I'm saying to you. Explain to me again, what is my purpose behind lying? Nobody takes care of me but my husband. Mm-hmm. Nobody pays none of my bills. Nobody takes care of my kids. I don't live with any. I don't need you guys. There's no purpose for me to lie to somebody who I don't need anything from. You get what I'm saying? But you may have somebody else that may need you. So they're going to make themselves look better.
Because they need you.
Behind the situation because it helps what they're getting from you. Yeah,
because it's like, I don't want to say this, that I felt this way because you might.
It's gonna cause tension between us, which means I can't get what I need from you. Mm-hmm. That puts me in a bad position. And it's like, okay, so you go ahead, you dog me out, great. So what I did was I removed myself from the situation.
You didn't remove yourself.
No, I removed myself from the situation.
You took yourself off the market.
I did. I changed my phone number. I blocked on social media and everything. Mm-hmm. Because I am, at the time I was 28?
28.
27.
27.
27. Because we had Colin last year. 28. Oh, no, it was last year.
No, 2 years
2018?
ago.
Was I pregnant?
You first moved here.
No, I wasn't pregnant. I had Colin already.
Mm-hmm.
So it was last year.
No.
It was because it's been a year. It's been a year.
Okay, go ahead.
Right before Nate's birthday. It's been a year.
Okay.
So, yeah, so I removed myself completely from the situation. I had no wrongdoing in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
I said how I felt. How I felt was turned into something else and then turned into something else. And then I had to explain myself again. Here's my thing. I'm not explaining myself anymore.
Mm-hmm.
We're supposed to be family and we should be better than this. Why is there this story, this story, this story, this story, this story, when really there's only one story that should have been told, and that was mine? Because it was all about me anyway, right? Everybody had an issue with how I felt.
Yeah.
But y'all still couldn't understand that, so I removed myself from the situation.
I don't think that conversation should have went beyond any of that.
It shouldn't have, but it did. And so now here's the thing. I blocked on social media. I changed my phone number, and it has now been almost a year since I last spoke to my dad or my sister.
Mm-hmm.
Because of it. So, everybody gets cut off. Why should I? And this has been a constant thing all my life. Somebody says one thing and then it's turned into this and then it's turned, and don't get me wrong, I have definitely been a part of it. But when it comes down to me being a part of something and somebody says, "Oh, well, did you say?" Absolutely.
Yeah,
yes, I said that.
Right.
I've never been scared to say. If we're family, I should be able to say whatever I want to say to you.
And keep it moving.
How you take it is up to you.
Mm-hmm.
That don't have shit to do with me.
That's just
your own perception is your own perception. So if I tell you your eyebrows is black as fuck, maybe you should try brown instead of black.
But at the end of the day, I shouldn't care what the fuck you say.
Not even that. Just be like, you so effing stupid. Why are you being so mean? Then I'd be like, I didn't mean it like that. If you took it the wrong way, then I can say, I didn't mean it like that. I have a sister, a younger sister, who for some reason felt like, I guess she felt like I didn't like her. And so this is, I guess, supposedly was being told to multiple family members. So I called her and I told her, I don't know where you got that information from.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why you feel that way. I apologize if I made you feel that way. I love you.
Mm-hmm.
Period. Whenever we've ever had an issue, it was pick up the phone, call me.
Yeah.
We talk about it. We move on. It's not like that with everybody.
I think that's how it should always be.
Exactly.
Unless it's to the extreme.
But even to that aspect of it is family. We can argue, we could fight, we could talk about each other, but make sure that you told me what you said. Mm-hmm. Be real about what you said, and if that's how you feel, then that's how you feel. I can't fault you for feeling that way. We're a family. I'm supposed to take that shit with a grain of salt and keep it pushing. Mm-hmm. Say sorry if sorry is needed and move on. But the point is, if you're not saying sorry and you just expect me just to keep it pushing, just to keep moving on, then shit like what's happened with my sister and my dad is going to happen. You're going to get cut the fuck off, and I'm not going to feel no way about it.
So do you put the same distance on friends that's been your family?
What you mean?
Like, do you put them on the same playing ground?
Absolutely. I cut off a friend last year.
I know that. That's why I asked you that. Like, they're supposed to be your family, and then it's like...
Yeah, like, you're friends for 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
15 years. And you decide... for the last 10 years of my whole relationship, bro, you decided that it was okay to talk to my ex-boyfriend about shit that I've told you about my relationship. Nah, not at all. Like, that shit's not cool. So... you get cut the fuck off. Phone number was changed. You were blocked on social media, and that's just what it is. I don't hate you. I don't hate my sister and my dad. Mm-hmm. I love them, all three of them. But at the end of the day,
you're not gonna kill my
mental. You're not good for this.
Yeah, you're not gonna kill my mental.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not fucking with you on that level, because for what? You don't do anything but bring negativity to people's lives, misery to people's lives. Like, I can't be a part of that. I have too much to live for to allow my family to bring me down. So cut you off.
But family, even though if they bring in misery to you or whatever, they still expect you to be like, hit it and then just keep it.
And that's the problem. They need to stop expecting it to be like that. Oh, like my mom said, you got to fix this with your dad. No, I don't. I did nothing wrong. No, I don't. No,
Well,
I'm tired of always being the forgiving and oh, you got no, no, no. If it's not your fault, like if you genuinely didn't do anything wrong, no one should be trying to force you to apologize or force you to fix shit. Like the people that are in the wrong are the ones that need to step the fuck up and do what needs to be done to fix shit that needs to be fixed.
no,
Point
because
blank,
they
period.
expect the stronger person to be like, oh, I'm gonna be the bigger person and go talk to
Okay,
that
and
person.
then in that instance, you will end up just like the three of those people that I cut the fuck off. Like that's just what it is.
So to just say that, is it easy to cut family off or is it hard? I mean,
I think it's hard. I definitely think it's hard because these are people that you've known all your life. This is all that you know. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like your family, no matter how much you guys fight and argue, your family is still your heart. Like I said, I love my sister and I love my dad. I love my ex best friend. It's never going to be easy to cut somebody off. But if you are smart enough, you will. Because at the end of the day, you're so much more peaceful without all the extra. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I'm just absorbing what you're saying.
Oh, you're weird. Yeah, like
how am I weird for absorbing what you were saying?
I don't know, you just was weird. But yeah, like you'll be so much more happier when you don't have to deal with all the extra shit. Like who wants to continuously deal with that?
A lot of shit. A lot of people like, I gotta talk to her.
It's
my
just,
sister.
it's
my
not,
brother.
it's not. And actually, it's my two older sisters. I forgot about the other one. That's how much I haven't spoken to them. Like, I have to give this example for the other sister. I'll try to put their business out there like that. But pretty much, I helped her in a situation where I pretty much had to be her bodyguard, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
And I told her, before we do this, my exact words, before I take you in here, don't do no stupid shit because I don't want to be involved. Mm-hmm. I'm just helping you get your shit so you can get the fuck out.
I might have to make that extra loud.
My exact words. And what did she say? I'm just going to get my stuff and go. Bet. We walk in. I said she's just coming to get her stuff, and then she gonna leave. What did she do? The exact opposite of what she said. And when I said, you just told me that you wasn't gonna do this shit. You just told me that you wasn't gonna act like this. Mm-hmm. I did not want to be involved. I simply wanted to help you get your stuff and your daughter's stuff so you can get the fuck out. And then you do this stupid sideways shit. I was in the wrong. My dad says, oh, you shouldn't be mad at her. What the fuck? Why? And at what point did she apologize for her part in it? Never. Not ever. But I'm wrong. So you're also cut off. And this is what I'm saying. Oh, that's your sister. You shouldn't be mad. That's my sister. She should have never did the sideways shit she did. Why are you moving like that? We sisters. Mm-hmm. That don't make sense.
It should have been like, nah, I'm not going to do that.
I wouldn't do that because she's helping me. She don't even have to help me because this really has nothing to do with her.
It's a smack in the face.
But you physically picked up your phone and said, hey, come here so I could talk to you. And I got up and did it. I could have let that whole situation go very left. Uh-huh. Very left.
Oh, yeah, left. Okay.
But I didn't. I decided to help you. And what did you do? Some stupid shit.
Because it's somebody else's agenda.
And it's just like, I don't have time for that type of shit. Like, I have 3 sons I'm trying to raise. I have a husband. I gotta think about myself. Like, I got shit that I'm doing. I cannot be involved in the foolery because we're family. So you'll get cut the fuck off. Snip, snip, motherfucker. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. And anybody that feels any type of way, like, it, so fucking what?
I mean, I've cut family members off for tons of reasons.
Have you?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Who you cut off? Who you cut off?
I've cut family members.
Scared to say?
No, it's not that.
Don't be a bitch.
No, I mean, like I said.
Just kidding.
No, like I've cut family members off because of thinking that old ass back. I've cut family members off just because of situations and it not being the right time to even deal with them. And it's like, until you grow up and you realize what you've done, or you it's just.
And it's that, I mean, I think that that's an okay
Yeah, I mean,
mindset to have. Like,
yeah,
when you decide you ready to talk, we could talk. But
you know,
before then, I mean, you gotta people. I think people, when it comes to this whole family thing, like, people really gotta do a lot of like soul searching, bro. Like,
but
that wasn't right. It wasn't right for me to say. Wasn't right for me to do. And an apology goes
so
so
far, I
far.
had a let me just say this. I had a close, not family friend, but family friend that we did everything together, and we did everything together. My mom and his mom was like super close, and um pretty much we grew up together, and so we called each other cousins and stuff. But it got to a point where it was more of, I was trying to keep that tradition, not that tradition, but keep that friendship slash familyship alive. But you can tell I was like being like annoying. So I just was like, all right, cool. You know what I mean? Whatever. Like, but I could have easily pushed it like, yo, we grew up together. Like, we should always be cool. But it's like, no, like, people outgrow each other. People think that just because we've gone through all of this, we need to continue going through all of this. And it's like, no, like, that was a part of our life that we spent a bunch of time together. You know what I mean? And I love you and you love me. But at the end of the day,
We're a happy family.
okay. But at the end of the day, like, you ain't gonna mess up my happiness because you've I don't I listen. I haven't I've gone through it with my dad, I've gone through it with my mom, I've gone through it with my grandma, I've gone through it with everybody in my family, and it's just to a point where you have to worry about yourself and how you're supposed. And even if I was wrong in some of them situations, I still manned up and was like, I was wrong for this, but let's have a conversation. And the other person or the other party was just like, I was wrong for this too. I shouldn't have did this, I shouldn't have did that. But let's keep it moving. It's not like
It's a simple. It doesn't even have to be "I'm sorry" or "I apologize," but you can acknowledge.
a lot of people don't want
Like,
to
simply
acknowledge.
acknowledge
A
what
lot of
happened. Maybe we could sit and laugh about that shit.
Nah, a lot of people don't want to acknowledge because they don't never want to be wrong.
I think they feel embarrassed though too, and it's like,
How do you
feel embarrassed and then move on. Like, say, you know what, I did that.
mm-hmm.
I was in my feelings, or I was acting a damn fool, and that shit wasn't even cool.
They
And
don't.
then keep it pushing.
No,
At
they
least
don't.
I know that you were wrong.
Nope, because guess what? At the end of the day, they still think that they was right. They still think that they right. If I'm gonna get mad at you, it's a reason why I'm getting mad at you. If I don't want you to do whatever, it's a reason I'm getting you. I expect you to do this for me, and it's like, and you didn't do it, so I'm mad at you. And it's like, go ahead with that. Ain't
Yeah,
nobody
I
got
mean,
time for
well,
that.
that's where it all started with me and my dad.
You
Him
know.
being mad because I didn't want to.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever. But I mean, like, and it's like, how do you you should be happy that your family's not somebody that's gonna let you run over them. They should be happy that you're strong. They should be happy that you have your own way of
They
thinking.
should, but especially when it comes to
Them,
certain parents
they
or certain
expect you to do
siblings,
certain
they
stuff.
just,
Yeah.
like, your parent, they want you to do what they want you to do when they want you to do, and it's like, at this point, honey, you are so wrong.
Yeah, like when our boys get older, right? I don't expect them to do anything for us.
Right.
I'm not gonna be like, I expect you to come to go get groceries for me, or I expect you to always check up on me. No,
Right.
I expect you guys to be great human beings and do the
Right.
right thing because
Right.
we've taught you a certain way that we thought was the best way we can teach you to cope with how this society is. You know what I mean? But I don't expect you to do anything for me. I don't expect you to give me no money if you win money. I don't expect anything. I just want you to make the best decisions in life
For you.
for
I mean,
yourself.
because the best decisions in life what we think the best decisions in life may not necessarily be what they think the best decisions in life are.
It happens all the time. I mean, it even happens between me and you. You tell me to not do something, and I don't do it because we made a decision together. But
Really?
at the I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but no. But I'm saying that's growth. You know what I
Right.
mean? And for somebody to be like, "Oh, I shouldn't have listened to you," it's like, no. At the end of the day, I'm glad I did listen to you, because whether a negative thing happened or a positive thing happened for me.
Everything in life is a lesson.
Exactly. I still listen to the person that,
Unless you can't pick yourself up after you fall, then you're just gonna be fucked the rest of your life.
you know, like, that just shows the growth of how you are with the person that you think you're supposed to be with. But back to family. Family just expects so much from you because that F word, you know what I mean? But if we were just friends, and it wouldn't be that expectation, you know what I mean? So back to the main question is it hard to cut family off?
That wasn't really the main question. The question was, do you?
I cut them off in a heartbeat. You know
Right.
what I mean? And
If it is 100% necessary, for the well-being of yourself or for the well-being of your family, meaning like your spouse and your kids, then 100% do so.
yeah. So
Like, I mean, and when I was like, I cut myself off from my family. I need to put this out there too. I cut myself off from my family. Like, my kids still are able, like, if my dad wants to see his grandkids, you're more than welcome to do so. I'm not going to keep you from seeing your grandkids because we have an issue. Or if my sisters, my nieces or my nephew wanted to see my kids, I'm not going to be like, oh no, because I don't fuck with their mom. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, that's just that's childish. Like, you guys are more than welcome to see them, but we just don't have shit to talk about.
yeah, we don't click.
We don't have shit to talk about because it's just been one too many incidences where the only person that has to keep defending themselves is me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just not down for that shit no more. So I'm all about cutting anybody off, family, friend, anybody. If it comes to that, then you gotta go, dog. Like, that's all.
Yeah, you're not going.
Like, that's it.
I mean, yeah, because the way we gotta live our life right now is the fact that life is too short, and if we not happy and we not building and we're not doing nothing, we just wasting time. You gotta go.
Exactly.
You gotta get off my team.
Exactly.
I
If
gotta
you ain't
trade
good
your
for
ass.
my growth, dog, you gotta go.
You know what I mean? If you sitting on the sideline, side hating,
Right.
Well, guess what? Just
And
keep
it's
on
so
side
sad
hating.
because as family, most of the time, I know I've always said this to mine: if I got it, y'all got it. That ain't never got to be a question. And the fact that even saying that and proving that doesn't mean anything when it comes to, I guess, the way your family move or the way your family mesh together. That's the issue.
Yeah, but you got it. If I got it, you got it. Only resonate in certain people's family as money. That's the big one. It's always about money. Like, I need this. And
The only thing I ever said was, can't nobody live with me. And that's because I like my space.
yeah, I'm
to be
surprised.
my space.
Yeah, so I'll be thinking
So-
you're gonna evict me sometime.
But anything other than that, like, if you need a babysitter, I'm down. If you need some money, I'm down. If you need some food, I'm down. I'll cook. You know, you want me to make you a specific dish that you like that I cook, I'll make it. Anything. It doesn't matter. The only thing, you can't live with me. That's it. That's the only thing I've ever said. Like, you can't live with me.
Yeah, I like walking around butt naked too much.
But just don't take that love that I have for you, why I feel that way, and take advantage of it. Because we're family. That shit'll get you cut the fuck off.
I feel it.
Cool. So y'all just listen to
Talk that shit.
With the Melvins.
And we out.
Peace out, y'all.
Yeah.
Bye.